Mars retrograde in your chart. To find out if you have your Mars retrograde, go to my website astrolada.com, where I have a birth chart calculator, and enter your place, time of birth. You don't need the time, you just need the year. It's enough, in the month and the day. The time is not crucial for this. And check out, once the birth chart comes up, if the planet, the sign of the planet Mars, which in my chart is indicated by the letters M and A, Ma, you know, if there is a big capital letter R next to those signs, because it means the planet that you, when you were born, you had Mars retrograde. And what does it mean? A lot of modern astrology poo-poos Mars retrograde, and any planet's retrograde, they say it's delayed, it's not good, it's not good for the horoscope at all. But actually, ancient astrology has something else to say. When Mars is retrograde, it means that, imagine this is the sun, this is the red planet Mars, and this is the Earth. When it is moving direct, which is moving usually most of the time, Mars is on the other side of the sun. And the Earth, the green planet, the sun is between the Earth and Mars, so its rays are passing through the sun to get to the Earth. And the sun has usually purifying and very much of lowering the negative vibrations of a planet. So it very much weakens the influence of Mars, but it weakens also its rougher vibrations, because the sun filters the lower vibrations and lets only the more higher vibrations of Mars pass to the Earth. So direct Mars, which most people have without the letter R, will be a bit more gentler Mars. And Mars is the planet of, of expressing your assertiveness, of pushing forward, of sometimes even aggression. So the sun will somehow, when Mars is direct, will somehow more calm it down or lower the more negative expression of the Mars, or the lower ones, the lower vibrations, and will allows only the more higher vibrations of Mars. But when Mars is retrograde, it means that Mars is on the other side of the Earth. The sun, it's no longer is interfering between the Earth and Mars. So Mars energies are coming directly to the Earth. So its influence becomes much stronger. And this can be a very good thing, or it can be a very bad thing to have a retrograde Mars. It depends on the quality of Mars in your horoscope. If the Mars that you have retrograde is in a sign where it feels strong, say in Scorpio, in Leo, in Capricorn, Mars also feels great in Aries, so the signs where Mars feels stronger, the fire signs, and so Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, and Capricorn, Mars is exalted. It feels really good there as well. And but Mars feels weakest and quite weakened in Cancer. So when Mars is in Cancer, or sometimes in Gemini and Virgo, it feels the most, the weakest. And also in the signs of Venus, sometimes it cannot feel so good in Taurus or in Taurus or in Libra. It can show the more negative qualities of of Mars, because you're getting straight directly the influences of Mars on your birth. When you were born, you are getting them straight, and all your life those lower, when Mars is in a difficult sign or with many difficult aspects. If you know more advanced astrology, you'll know what it is. The aspects have such a big importance. So if you're getting the retrograde influence of a Mars, which is in a bad dignity, say in Cancer, or in with bad aspects, say Mars square Saturn, or opposition Saturn, or conjunct Saturn, or square the sun, some of those difficult aspects, then you're gonna have much more, because much more of those aggressive influence which Mars gives you. So such people will be double more forceful, double more rough, because the sun doesn't filter anymore the more negative vibrations, the low vibrations of Mars. So you get, if your Mars is badly placed as a sign in your horoscope and it's retrograde and it has bad aspects, then the retrogradation will make it double strong, this influence. So more aggressive, more rude sometimes, or more stresses, more adrenaline prone person, more accident prone person. The assertiveness will be kind of offensive to others, or others will tend to to be the aggressors in this person's life and to stress him, to bully them around or something similar, or the person to be stressed themselves. But if Mars is in a good sign, and it's retrograde, then you're getting more of the assertive Mars energy, more of the positive qualities of Mars. If say Mars is in trine and sextile, the good aspects with the Sun, with Venus, with Saturn, with Neptune, and it's more harmonized and it's retrograde, then you're getting a great Mars energy. Then you're becoming, basically, you're having much more self-assertion, ability to get things done, because Mars is the planet which says, right, I'm going to go and do that. Much greater courage, much more ability to, to face fear and to solve problems, to resolve difficult situations. Mars is the planet of the fighter, is the planet of the warrior. So such people, they go and conquer businesses. They're great strategists, business leaders. They're great warriors in life, and they have a lot of strength and power to resist negativities, illnesses, to fight illnesses, to fight things which they find are untruthful or dishonest, or to stand up for their own right and the right of other people, and to achieve a lot of things in life. But if Mars is with more difficult aspects when it's retrograde, then you might be still assertive. You still have a lot of energy to get things done. You still have a lot of martial qualities in you, but with those qualities you can still achieve a lot of very successful things, but you might tend to affect people a bit more and to stress yourself on the way there as well, to step on a few people's toes a bit more, and to have more stresses on this path to success. So it doesn't matter, you can still be successful with retrograde Mars, even in bad or stressful aspects, but they will cause you more trouble and more stresses. While the harmonious aspects will give you a really strong positive expression of Mars, the protector of the weak, the one who goes and gets stuff, the problem solver, the strategist, the great logical mind, and the warrior, and so it's not always retrograde planets. Actually, in most cases, they're quite positive, because you're getting more of that energy. This planet, say Mars is retrograde in your horoscope, it becomes a focal point in your life. You have a lot more of the Mars energy in your life, whether in a good way or in a bad way, but you can use it with awareness and consciousness. Even if you have stressful Mars aspects, with more willpower you can force yourself to have the positive manifestations of a negative, of a stressful retrograde planet, Mars. So please share with us, what are your impressions? Do you think do you have a retrograde Mars, and how does it affect you in life? Do you feel those martial elements in your life more, the drive, the ambition, the courage? Sometimes when Mars is in a difficult sign or with more stressful aspect, it can be foolhardy courage, a bit of a reckless courage. The quality of the courage goes a bit twisted, or goes a bit extreme. In some extreme cases, it can be downright aggression, But just share with us so we can learn, because I don't have retrograde Mars. I've just been observing and I'm using logic to think of that. But you are the ones who have it, so share with us, what exactly do you see in your life? How do the energies of a retrograde Mars play out in your life? It will be very interesting, and you can encourage people and give them more understanding as well. Thank you.